You guys want to go bottle digging? One of my hunting buddies called and they've stumbled upon a bottle dump. He told me to bring him some empty boxes, so this might be good. He's found so many bottles he needs boxes, so we're gonna load up the dump digging gear and go see what's going on. Well, this is the site, but I don't see them. This is what it looks like. There they are. Let's go see what's going on. What do you got here, Mark?
Uh-oh. Well, I wish this would have been whole.
That would have been a good one.
Yeah. I don't know if that's...
You got something embossed here.
Yeah. Oh, that's glass.
Something
decorative, I guess, or something.
ornate.
Oh, it's an old pretty glass shard like that.
Sure.
What do you got up here, Floyd?
Man, I got a bunch of... My better ones are right up there by that bag. That's Shaw Brothers and stuff like that. And then a lot of junk.
There's quite a bit of embossed stuff in here, isn't there?
This little thing here that's pretty cool. I'm not sure what it is yet, but...
Got a date on it.
I got this thing,
Oh,
which I don't know what that is.
that's sweet.
Looks like it opens. It's 2 layers.
Oh, it does.
Skeleton key. I got this little thing.
Did you get that key today?
Yeah. It says guest on there, and it has a date of some kind of convention and a date of 1911 on there.
So that's like a guest to a convention, a badge
Yeah.
out of this place?
Yeah.
Wow.
In here. Old stuff in here. That would have been a, where did I just see it? That would have been a cool Alta Vista. Look how
Oh, yeah.
thick that, it was broke recently. But man, feel how thick that little sucker is.
That's a nice one.
That's a whole shawl. And then there's been a few of those Parkers, but every one of them's busted. Even that one's busted.
Dang. Okay, people, we're going to get to digging. See if I can find something. Did you just dig that out?
Well,
No.
no,
Oh.
that's earlier. That's the whiskey and something.
Little token.
It's a little rough.
And that came out of here?
Mm-hmm.
Man. My turn.
Yep. Get it.
Oh, Mark just got something next to me. Is that embossed?
The mother's friend.
Oh man.
Oh, is it
pretty one.
fractured? Oh, that's... But still, that's a good looking bottle.
That's a pretty one.
Okay, let's see what we got right here. This is probably going to be a slick. It is. And we'll throw it aside for now. Here comes something. Got the good old steak bones. Some kind of big tile or insulator. Let's see what this is.
Can you flip something out so you can see what you're filming?
Yeah, you can.
Oh.
What do you think, Floyd?
Oh, a little whiskey.
Little whiskey?
Yeah. Say anything on it?
No, it's plain. Looks like it used to have a label.
Yeah.
We'll toss it aside for now. Come video me, Floyd. I think I got a good one.
Take this.
I see, at least I see embossing right there. You see what I'm seeing?
Oh, I see what you're seeing.
You recognize that?
All right, so
You just
I
point
miss-
it. Yeah, it's wide
It's like,
angle.
You want to dig it out more?
I think so. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it ain't.
It's not a.
I was hoping it was a soda.
It's not a soda, but what is it?
Old Spring whiskey.
Oh, it's a little whiskey.
It's an Old Spring whiskey. That's a good one. Look
Oh
at that.
man, I've never seen one like that.
I haven't seen that
It's a
either.
small little whiskey.
Man, that's pretty
I
cool.
wonder if it's a sample size.
Good
That's
job,
cool.
Mr.
Yeah,
King.
Thank you.
That is pretty cool.
So I got me a keeper for sure already.
Yeah, buddy.
Old Spring whiskey.
That's pretty cool, man.
Thanks for being the cameraman,
No
Floyd.
problem. You can edit.
This would have been a good one. Texas Bottling and Candy Company. Fort Worth, Texas, but check that out. Top's broke completely off. Man. We're gonna go ahead and film one of Floyd's recoveries because it's a big old bottle. Maybe it ain't broke. Wow. Slick. It's a big slick medicine.
And I guess that's a big one.
Maybe from a pharmacy, like a dispensary bottle where they fill smaller orders with it.
No telling. That's whole. Pretty good. Put it up there on the right. Mark, did you get a druggist?
Mark just got a good bottle. It's a drugstore bottle, and it's from here in Texas. Let's take a look. I can't read it because it's script, but it's Enos, Texas.
Oh, cool.
That is cool.
Yeah,
good job,
buddy.
Mark.
Good job, Mark.
Floyd, he's chomping at the bits to pull this thing out.
Yeah,
But I made him wait. Hold on.
It might be a little busted or something.
Look at this big old crock.
Oh.
The handle, it's on it.
Damn. Oh, that's cool as shit.
Well, we're going to have to beat that out. That's cool.
That is really cool.
Look at that.
Sorry about the cursing. Oh man, that's cool. I don't know what it is, but that's pretty. Mark got one of these too.
Mine's busted.
Mark's is busted, but that thing is complete.
Man, Daddy likey.
Yeah, that's a
Does
nice
it
one.
have anything on bottom?
That's what I'm talking about.
I couldn't tell if mine.
No, I think it's slick on bottom.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we got something round and green in the hole. That's always a good sign. Let's see if we can't. I don't know how close I can get. You can see it right there. What's it gonna be? Oh, it feels like a button. I think it's gonna be boring. Yep, it's a Brad. Oh well. Well, we just got some cool little tag here. I don't know if y'all can read that. We're having a hard time reading it. Kind of looks like an ID bracelet. We'll get it cleaned up. Might get another shot of it. Here comes a bottle. I'm bored, so we're gonna dig it out. Live dig. Oh, it's broke. Forget it. Look like a, oh, it's a snuff. Boring. Wait, we're back already. There's a big one behind it. It's broke. Look. Right there. Oh man. Thing's coming apart.
Mark, you done digging?
Well, it's getting dark and the mosquitoes are coming out. We're gonna call it a day. I got a few good bottles, especially that little whiskey and some other kind of oddball stuff in there. Here's some plain stuff that we're not taking. So if y'all want any of these bottles, we're gonna leave them right here for you guys to come and get. What do you got, Floyd? Let's kind of do a Floyd wrap up. You almost lost your pick. That's Mark's.
I got this Chattanooga Medicine Co. It's kind of a cool looking old one. And I got several bottles in there.
I see a snub.
Nothing just lights out or nothing, but.
And are you taking all this or leaving it for our subscribers?
Whoever wants to come get that.
Look at all this stuff. Now they had a 6-hour head start on me, so, but at least they did.
The coolest whiskey bottle.
At least you call me instead of just digging without me.
Yeah.
Let's get one last look at this big old crock you dug up. That thing is super cool.
Real cool thing.
Man, that is nice.
Out of all the stuff we found that was all busted up, that's amazing. That little handle
Yeah, I know.
was on there.
And what's wild is several hours apart, Mark's broken when he dug the top to it.
Yeah.
Too bad you didn't dig the handle. So we kind of made a big old mess out of this hill at this construction site. We'll come back tomorrow and see what they've done. See if they'll probably fence this off now that we dug this up.
You know, I wouldn't doubt if they don't fence it all the way across.
Now that we're back at the house, let me show you a couple of things that I'd thrown in my bucket that aren't on video. Actually, one video clip I tried to video it, but it didn't turn out. This was the very first thing I dug when we got there. And I normally don't keep slick stuff. You've already heard me say that, but when they're this big, these things are great to clean up, and you can put these in your display case and fill them full of wheat pennies or marbles or buttons. So even the jar you're displaying your stuff in is something you dug. So I'll normally will keep something this big, but now that I've rinsed it, it's got almost a bullseye right here that shattered it, or it fractured it. So this one I'm not keeping. And this is a slick. I don't even remember throwing it in the bucket, but I'm not keeping none of this stuff. This little makeup jar still got some paint powder in it, but I'm not keeping that. The whiskey was slick, so we're not keeping it. The jar top, I don't have one like this. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. I'll just rinse it off. I got a can, an old can that I'd gotten out of a barn somewhere, like an old coffee can. I'm filling it up with these. The brad ended up just being like a blue jean or a denim brad button, Hawk brand. That's going in the scrap pile. And this that looked really good, it's not. It's just some tag. It just says model number and it has a number after it. I don't even remember what it was. So even though it looked good, that's scrap metal. This was kind of interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. I thought at first it was a broken drawer pull, but it's actually like a little toy plate or something. I don't know why it's got such deep lines, but anyway, it's kind of an oddity. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. But the only bottle that I'm actually gonna clean up and keep is this cool Old Spring miniature whiskey bottle. It's got the hollow block embossed lettering, and even though it's not super old, I did look this up. It is from about 1911, and you saw Floyd had dug that badge. That was dated 1911, so we're digging in the early 1900s. But this one I'm gonna clean up, and I'm gonna keep this one. So I got one good bottle today, a couple of other little trinkets I'll keep. But I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all how I clean bottles real quick. Instead of doing a whole separate bottle cleaning video, there's probably 100 of them on YouTube, but real quickly I'm gonna clean this one up. Obviously the first thing you do is just rinse them, and you know, if you got some brushes that you can get down in there like a toothbrush, which I've already done. So on this one, when you get one of these narrow necks or something where you can't actually get the brush to get up under here, I just put fish tank gravel in them. This is just to get the loose stuff out, fish tank gravel, and then I'll get something gritty like salt, or I guess you could use some sand. So we'll put some salt in here, and then I'm gonna put a little water in here, and I'm just gonna shake this up and get all that loose debris. It's gonna have some staining. So I'm gonna show y'all how I clean the stains with an acid, and then I'll put that up on the screen where you can come up with that kind of acid easy. So first let me add some salt, and we'll do the whole scour out the loose dirt stuff, and then we'll get into the acid. Just give it a good shake, get all that loose stuff broken up. I'll usually pour this fish tank gravel and water through a sifter so I can reclaim my gravel. And that salt acts like a little abrasive that kind of cleans that. And you can get some of the staining out of some bottles, but the stubborn stains we're going to have to use an acid. You can see how that, well, maybe you can on video, but you can see that yellowish stain. That's not going to come out with the fish tank gravel. But I'm getting all that loose stuff off right now. Okay, to get the stains out of a bottle, because you can see now it's clean. I mean, it has no loose dirt, but it does have some staining. But to clean that out, we're going to have to use acid. And the acid that you use is hydrofluoric, not chloric, fluoric. Hydrofluoric is the acid that etches glass. And the product you need, or the one that's easy to get your hands on, is Wink's Rust and Stain Remover. I got mine at Walmart. I don't know if they still carry it, but I know you can still get it on the internet. And I poured mine into some bottles that are easier to pour it back into rather than the Wink's bottle. So this we are going to pour into the little PVC tube I made. So you don't need as much if you'll make you a cylinder that your bottle will fit in. I've got a couple of different sizes I made for different size bottles. That way it takes a whole lot less of this to submerge the bottle. So we're going to pour it in here and fill the bottle up first, and then pour it so it comes up around the edges. And since the hydrofluoric does etch glass, I've always heard don't leave bottles in this stuff more than 7 minutes. This one's not that dirty, so I probably won't even leave it in there that long. I'm not going to give y'all any safety tips, because around here at Safety Third, we're just dangerous everything we do. You should be smart enough by now to know how to handle acid. Okay, so that's not quite enough, but we got the rest of this we can use. So Winks Rust and Stain Remover from Walmart. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this in here probably 5 minutes. We'll pull it out and check it. And then since we're cleaning it with acid, we need to neutralize the acid when we're done. So I'm gonna pour this back into the containers, empty the bottle into the container, and then we'll rinse this in a baking soda and water to kind of neutralize that acid. But we'll check back in here in 5 minutes or so. Okay, this should be done. Like I said, it's Safety Third around here, so I'm just gonna stick my fingers in here and get this out. Still got a little staining. We may have to scrub on that, but it cleaned the majority of it. I don't want to leave it in there too long. Now I've already mixed up some baking soda and water out here on the porch of the shop, so we're just going to give it a quick rinse. Now remember, that stuff is Winks Rust and Stain Remover, and there's a couple of different Winks, and Rust and Stain Remover is the only one that works. You want the one that is hydrofluoric acid. And I know I need gloves on. I don't want to hear no whining about that in the comments. But I'm not real worried about it right now. So you can see how much cleaner that got. It's got a little bit along the edge and one spot right here. So we'll do the fish tank gravel again. That might just knock that on out. Wait a minute, that's on the outside. I can clean that off. Oh yeah, it's flaking off. Okay, we got it. Just that. Okay, we got one little strip here we got to clean out. But that's looking really nice. I'll keep cleaning on it. It's almost done. I mean, this ain't going to take much more to clean this, but that's how we do it with the Winks Rust and Stain Remover, hydrofluoric acid, fish tank gravel, and some salt. And I'll try to get this cleaned up, and then I'll try to get a good picture of it. Bottles are hard to photograph. Okay, as you can see, we got the stains out. Usually when you pull this out of the acid, if it's still got stains in it, they're probably not really attached that good, because the acid works really well. And you can usually just, if you can get a brush in there, they'll usually just brush off, or you can do the fish tank thing again. So we've gotten all the stains out of this. Now one thing to note, the acid will not make glass crystal clear again. If they're already frosted, they're going to come out frosted. But at least it gets the stains out of the inside and off of the outside. So there is our cleaned Old Spring whiskey from about 1911. I'll try to get a good picture of it, and that'll be your little outro. So there you have it.